Good morning, all. Thank you very much for that introduction, David. He's allowed me to call him David rather than Professor Flynn. It's because of the Liberal Party that I stand here today. While some in this room might not share the late Honourable Malcolm Fraser's views, it was during his prime ministership that the Vietnamese refugees, thousands of them in camps in Southeast Asia, and my family included, were given the opportunity to rebuild our lives here in this wonderful country. Unlike many of you in this room who have dedicated decades of your life to the Liberal Party cause, I joined in 2008 because I wanted to promote the values and aspirations of the Liberal Party at every opportunity. Though my time in the party is short, I joined in September 2008 and my 10-year ban took effect in September 2016. So I had 8 years in which I have worked tirelessly and unconditionally to enhance the brand and integrity of the Liberal Party. I know you are as passionate as I am in wanting a representative for the party who will deliver more votes and more wins at every election that comes our way, and someone who genuinely listen and act on the issues of concern to you. I'm not a lawyer, as I've said previously. I'm a storyteller, and I have a unique set of skills to bring to the Liberal Party. I have 20 years media experience as well as community and stakeholder engagements. My work in the past 8 years with various leaders in the party and my work in the private sector and my work with my not-for-profit organisation have exposed me to the many challenges our society and economy face as we move into a more technology-driven and globalised world. I won't go into the historic results and swings that I delivered to the Liberal Party in 2008 and 2011, other than to say I made Labor's heartland marginal. But I will point to the most recent local government election in Labor's prize crowns, Fairfield City Council. I was a councillor and was seeking re-election, but because I did not control the locked-up branches, I could not get endorsed. I decided I wanted to continue to represent the community I know so well. And for this crime, I got my 10-year ban. Shine. I would have thought I was an asset to the Liberal Party. In any case, I ended up beating the Liberal Party endorsed candidate 17% to 12%. So the Liberal Party achieved 12% in an area where in 2011, when I stood, it gained 49%. And we shouldn't clap because, for me, that's a loss to the Liberal Party. The result will have ramifications to future elections in the upper house and Senate seats. A blueprint report launched recently by the Human Rights Commission and supported by major corporates such as Westpac and PwC found that despite Australia's culturally diverse population, senior leadership levels do not reflect this diversity, and in particular, our parliaments. I will now focus on a particular group that I obviously represent, or who I am. Close to 10% of Australian population has an Asian ancestry. Of the top 10 overseas birthplaces of Australians, 5 are countries in Asia: China, India, Vietnam, the Philippines, and Malaysia. And of the 4 million people who speak a language other than English at home, close to 1.3 million speaks an Asian language. In New South Wales, there are approximately 750,000 residents who have an Asian heritage. So they're our customers, our clients. And yet they do not have a single parliamentary representative in the New South Wales Liberal Party. Shine. Since 1824, there have been 2,189 members of Parliament. Although women comprises 51% of the population, only 104 MPs have been female. The other 2,086 were men. That is a ratio of 4.75% women versus over 95% of men. We love men, there's nothing wrong, I'm just stating a fact. With the lack of diversity in gender and culture, I now believe in targets. The Liberal Party has to move beyond talk and intervene to make diversity in leadership happen. As mentioned earlier, in a technology-driven and globalised world, the diversity of thought, diversity of perspectives, diversity of experiences will add value to the policies and decisions we make that will help shape the state and our nation. I just came back from a 3-day conference where I emceed and managed the New South Wales Meals on Wheels in Coffs Harbour. I was a keynote speaker. It was fantastic. I mean, I thought, should I go, shouldn't I go? But I ended up going. And I was able to engage with the issues that were concerned to a growing, ageing population in our society, the need for Meals on Wheels. And you know, they were telling me that they cannot get hold of politicians to understand the issues that they're facing. They are talking about, do politicians nowadays just make decisions based on whether or not the seat is marginal, or where do decisions are made based on the needs of what I see as a growing sector, and that's the ageing sector. So the scenario we must paint in our minds is this: what will happen to the Liberal Party that you all so loved and we loved, the party that Robert Menzies established, if the pre-selection of candidates to represent the party have no relatedness to the public? And if the power to appoint or pre-select these individuals lies in the hands of a few, what would the party look like in 10 years' time? Will the Liberal Party still be relevant? Will it be representative of the population it serves? Unfortunately, the party has become hostage to the power play of a few, and real members, such as yourself, the ones that have carried the party for decades, have become bit players in the decision-making process. We need to ensure that the party renews and stays a reflection of the community we serve. We are on a crossroad. People who are only in the party for their own personal gain, and we've already heard, who manipulate the process from the shadows of their calculator, they do not represent the community. They only represent themselves. We need to stay relevant. We need diversity. We need democratic reform now. Otherwise, parties who take the community for granted will become irrelevant. So thank you for the opportunity to present my thoughts to you this morning. As someone has said to me, the most reliable way to predict the future is to create it. Can I leave you with a lovely quote? I'm learning to understand rather than immediately judge or to be judged. I cannot blindly follow the crowd and accept their approach. I will not allow myself to indulge in the usual manipulating game of role creation. Fortunately for me, my self-knowledge has transcended that, and I have come to understand that life is best to be lived and not to be conceptualised. I'm happy. I've learned a lot from the whole thing that the Liberal Party and the few that have put me through. I am very grateful. I honestly am, because it has taught me something in a very short time that I've been in the Liberal Party of what it's like to go through that political process. So I'm growing daily, and I'm honestly not knowing where the limit lies. To be certain, every day there can be a revelation or a new discovery. I treasure the memory of the past misfortunes. It has added more to my bank of fortitude. So thank you. And